Yeah, just doing some cooking. Lamb Madras with potato. Yeah, it's been an eventful day for me. I have basically, well, let me lock the kitchen door and the lights, yeah. Yeah, so basically, what it is, you see, yeah. I went to town, yeah, today. Today is what? Today is Tuesday, the 15th of October, 2024. And, went to a few places and all that, yeah. But I was feeling a bit somewhat sort of, lackluster, yeah. I think it's all this wait, months and months, yeah, and for looking for a job and things like that, yeah, and there are other things as well, right, yeah, like for instance, the weather is always changing, right, yeah. Yeah. So I'm just doing some cooking, right, and I've enrolled in university last month, yeah. It's actually in August, yeah, but it took a few months to organize all these things right now. So, yeah, and we got our first installment of student loan, yeah, today. So it was something, I mean, God, because, a lot of folks, yeah, they sort of, I mean, nobody, money right now, yeah. If you're damn if you do and damn if you don't, yeah. And suddenly if you're dependent on the state, universal credit and yeah, which the case in my situation, yeah, because I was working for Uber as well, but I never make enough money, yeah, and I don't have the suitable vehicle and all that, right, yeah. So I think it's all those, feelings, yeah, bottled up and, so I just couldn't have, I've got a new flask today, 1.8 liter, right, yeah. I had another one, yeah, but it's in the bedroom because I can't seem to find it in the bedroom. I say, what a joke. Because we do some refurbishment, some work here by the landlord right now, or the contractors, yeah, and it's somewhere over there, yeah. But I need a bigger one because I always find halfway through, to do my shift, yeah, I run out of tea or coffee right now, yeah. So that's the sort of priority, So yeah, so I was going to say, yeah, I mean, there's so many things to say, but it's nearly it's past 10 o'clock in the evening, right? Yeah, and I'll keep the video short and brief, yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, so I was enrolled in university and, my foundation year and all that. So I'm really looking forward to work out, and I bought myself a new, hold on, I went to the electrical shop, a USB cable for my printer, right? Well, what happened was during the work done a few months ago here, I think I took everything and I put it in the bedroom right now, and the USB cable is somewhere there right now, yeah. And I'm a kind of gadgety person. I have so many gadgets right now, yeah, and I just didn't have the label them, and I had to take all the labels from the walls and all that, yeah. And so, which means, I couldn't identify. It would take me ages, yeah. And here's my folding treadmill, yeah. So after I had my dinner and all that, yeah. Let me see the kitchen, yeah. That's the number one bit right now, yeah. Let me. The cooking is already done. Otherwise, it's gonna get overcooked, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's it, yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, these things, yeah, sorry, I haven't got a script, I mean, I know there are software and apps, you can do all that, but I feel like, when I had my gimbal and all that, I was over-prepared for becoming a vlogger. Can you imagine how ambitious of me? Become a vlogger, video vlogger, yeah. Buy, adequate equipment, meaning equal to the need, yeah. I mean, and those equipment cost money right now. Hundreds and thousands of them, yeah. It costs. You have to buy the one that actually works for you right now, yeah. And so the technology always, gimbal, God knows, the video world, in the internet, So, but my focus is not in direction at the moment. You see, my focus is on study and the gig economy right now. Yeah, Uber, Just Eat, and that sort of thing right now. Yeah, so I'm going to study, work on part time, and so later in this year I'm going to hope to do become a Uber taxi driver right now. Yeah, but I need to do my knowledge, and but first I need to settle in the university. I can't do all these things at the same time because what happens is, I work with, like if I have printed materials right now, I just divide them into, whatever I do and just look. There's so much material, My laptop is sitting over there, Other day I went to university right now, When I came home right now, I left it there, But that from tomorrow it's going to change. I'm going to go somewhere in the morning right now. Some appointment I have, when I come back, I'm going to set the printer and spend the afternoon right now, doing all that right now, and get the HP Smart, Hewlett Packard Smart, and get some ink as well right now, And so it's going to be a 4-year course, it's a foundation year, it's business management. So I need to make sure I'm prepared, I have everything I need. And you don't need a printer, but I find, that if I have something in my hand, in my hand, then I know what to look for right now, And it's just instructions and, just follow instruction. And there's so much material online, you can pick things up right now, And so on, so on, so on. So that's the thing, you see, God, thank goodness right now, I mean, I was feeling really, really anxious and nervous right now, because you becoming sort of complacent, if you will, like, when you get, like, benefit money right now, not intentionally, of course, but there's so much spare time right now, but now, I can go and work, and I've got my SIA badge, a little while back right now, about more than a year now, and so I can look for a job, What happened was before, whatever money I used to earn, it used to be a greater part was deducted at source at universal credit, so. There's no incentive there, but it was only my enthusiasm kept me going. But there's a limit to that for any individual right now, I think after a year and a half, I think, oh God, no, I mean, just imagine if I had that money, right? I mean, today I could have bought a car and I could do Uber, go to university at the same time, and not worry about money. Because the worst thing is that when you're doing anything, whether it's study or anything else, you worry constantly about money right now, and that's not going to help, is it, right now, Anyway, let's not becoming all too worked out. But I remember last month and a half or so, it was really, really like I was becoming. God, because you have to follow the script, you follow the rules, and because if you don't pay bills on time and things like that, right, and then you have to write to them, email everybody, and it's not a very nice thing, especially to do with credit cards and things like that right now, because if you pay late, that means it becomes a default, and then it ruins your credit rating. Anyway, so that's the background right now, So I'm just going to end this video right now. Just a thought for me right now, and just to because just get out of my chest right now, Anyway, good night.